Haskell.
Cogitation.
Oh, bird can't reach that one.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. Setting target
Bird.
parameters for tech familiar units.
One thing I haven't really figured out yet is sometimes at the end of the bird's turn, it flies back up into, you know, high in the sky, and other times it doesn't. And I'm not really sure why it sometimes does and sometimes does not.
Binaric override.
Dog finished off the target.
Let's get.
I understand your intent.
That was a 95% chance.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey. If it serves your cause.
The dying one favors
Let's
you.
make it quick.
Accept your gift. Army maggot.
High momentum.
No, my turbo skulls.
I shall not fail. Trust me.
I hear you moving. No more.
Your battles are not yet over.
You've got a problem. I've got a price.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Medicaid signal again.
Don't get too cocky.
Can't reach that with a taunt.
Even I won't do that. What if?
Abide in the host and blessed
There we go.
creations of the Omnissiah. Explorers know one route. Forward.
Uh-oh. There's more? They're sending more dudes? Stop, my kin. It is me. I don't think they're listening.
If I must. This too is beneath.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Woo! The dog dodging.
I will leave footprints of scarlet. Death is a blessing. As honor ordains.
I won't object to it. But of course, Lord Captain.
Ah, she walked right through the poison gas.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Behold
Overcharge
my
the dog.
artistry. A wicked thought. A genius at work. A wicked thought.
Tell me, and it is done.
Saw that Eldari.
Within the schemes. What if
Fight.
a
Apprehend.
genius at work?
Stand by.
See.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Pascal anti-machine thing on him. Murder burb. Oh, snap. Yo, I got rocked. J-Jax, thank you for the Prime sub. Really appreciate that. Welcome. In my sights.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. If it serves your cause,
I will not join the ranks of the dead.
I understand your intent.
That was a lot of debuffs. It did not kill it.
Get to it.
Oh, that guy's still alive? Thought we handled that one.
Caught by the web.
000.
Tenants
What?
demand.
High momentum.
I won't object to it. Someone's death wish is mine to grant. Naturally.
Give Passel an extra turn. I want to see if his bird can reach this guy.
Activated.
Through the smoke and gunfire.
Zap the servitor. Bird on that guy again. The bird's dodge chance is quite high, considering it provokes an attack of opportunity every time it hits.
I am. That is beneath me.
High momentum.
I shall not fail. My blade whispers your name.
Get me a target. For the throat, be gone.
Zap. Yearly, its usually dispassionate face is contorted in a grimace of pain and rage. Your elucidator activates when she begins speaking in her own language. I swear on Cain's riven heart, Moran, you will pay for your treachery. May Morai Heg sunder your fate and cast it away. May the blood of Edanesh flood your throat. I don't know who you're talking about, but I promise I'll gladly help you pour the cup of suffering down their throat. Yearly closes her eyes, sucks in a breath through her teeth, and quickly murmurs something. When she opens her eyes, her face is once again a mask of cool serenity. She looks at you and begins to speak, this time in low Gothic. Please excuse me, Alantok. I allowed the turmoil in my soul to win out over my reason. A slip like that could cost me more than you can even imagine. My very soul. I must be more careful, even in the face of treachery. Who is Muraran? What treachery are you talking about? Muraran is the one responsible for the rebellions against the ruler of Janus, but allow me to tell you everything from the beginning. We call ourselves the Children of Asurion. Eldari is another name of ours. We are the echoes of the great empire that once ruled the galaxy and created new worlds. The planet you call Janus is one such maiden world, the Leleathan, a haven that our ancestors made for our kin. For many millennia, only the shadows of our predecessors lived among the ruins, until you humans came here. We are the heirs, and we are entirely within our rights to call the Maiden World our own. However, our arrival is a tragedy, not a homecoming. Sorrow seeps into Yurliet's voice. We belonged to Craft World Cruderok, which fell on the border of this star region. Only the providence of the merciful gods allowed us to escape the fate that befell those whose souls perished amidst the stardust along with our abode. A destroyed craft... Jay breaks off and then hurriedly whispers to you, Muck, if we get a chance, we should check that place out. Even if the craft world was blasted to bits, anyone who finds a piece of it will make a fortune. An angry vox crackle interrupts Jay. However, Pascal confines himself to this threatening gesture, obviously not wanting to bicker in front of the Eldari about who has the right to plunder the world of her kin. His green visor flashing with interest, Pascal carefully clarifies. Which border exactly? You don't need to know that, Iron Monkey. I am aware of your looting practices. After the calamity, the Leleathan offered my kin a sanctuary, a place of respite in the ruins of our ancestors under the canopy of the forest created by the wisdom of the world singers, living alongside your kind who reap the fruits of our labor with such vulgarity. Why did your own kind attack you? I know not the answer to that question. She lowers her head. Many cycles have passed since I departed these forests and my kin. They cannot have forgotten me, can they? You came to Janus along with the rest of the Eldari? No, my path brought me to the Leleathan later, she hesitates, by another route. It was Muraran who welcomed me here. He was one of the surviving Farseers of Cruderok. He was with a handful of Asuryani who had escaped death and found the path here to the destroyed cradle of our kind. They were outraged when they saw how the Monkey had ravaged our flourishing garden. How are your kin connected to the uprising on the planet? The Asuryani do not enter battles they cannot win. However, it is in our power to direct the current so that the elements themselves wash obstacles and enemies from our path. And so it was in this case. Muraran, the Farseer from Cruderok, saw a future without the Monkey, and we followed his lead. We simply used the Monkey's passions against them. Their love of freedom and anarchy. Their love of domination and violence. Stoking enmity between servants and rulers is easier when your targets are governed by emotion rather than reason. My kin became military advisors to the Monkey, who rose up against the ruler of this world. I had a different mission, to become Vistenza's handler, since the rebels would be unable to get to her until both sides were sufficiently weakened. The ruler of the humans had never seen a child of Assyrian before, so she accepted the lie about a degenerate branch of monkey dwelling far from her own kind. Why would a handful of Xenos go to war against a whole planet? You can't kill everyone. You struggle to understand the children of Assyrian, and I do not blame you for that. We are too different. She says nothing for a few moments, choosing her words. Monkey walk blindly toward the future. We choose the path guided by our Farseers. Cruderok was the birthplace of the powerful watchers of things to come. Our leaders were selected from among their ranks, and their world was set in stone, unshakable like the universe itself. Muraran, our leader here, is one of that group. The children of Assyrian are subject to his will, and he is subject to the will of his visions. Muraran saw the Leleathan in a vision, suffering and crying out to be cleansed, and we did everything we could to rid the maiden world of the Monkey. Our lives, our desires, all that is dust compared to the light of the path Muraran has chosen for us. At least that is what my kin believe. I used to believe it too, until recently. Why are you telling me all this? What's brought on this candor? Alantak, your arrival has thrown my plans into disarray. And lifted the veil on the truth that had been hidden from me. While I was shadowing the humans' ruler, I failed to see the signs that there was another threat looming over the Leleathan besides the Monkey's deeds. The threat should be familiar to you as it is to other intelligent species in the galaxy. We call it Salanthresh, she who thirsts, goddess of chaos. Lord Xenos test succeeded. Salanthresh and she who thirsts are the name the Eldari give to the chaos god Slanesh, their ultimate enemy. Slanesh is the god of passion, excess, and forbidden pleasures, and is known for his fickle and treacherous nature. The signs that have been revealed to me, they all indicate the presence of corruption on this world. Tendrils of corruption may be threading through the world's spirit, poisoning it even as we speak. But for corruption to take hold of the planet so quickly requires effort. Effort directed by the will of another. Yrliet pauses. I believe Vistenza Viat is in the thrall of the will of Silanthresh. Ah, Xenos. Such wonderful creatures, Shireen. Just before we came, Pointy Ears spent her day serving the governor, but the moment the wind changed, she started regaling us with tragic tales about her people's dismal fate and the world's plights, and we humans are to blame for everything naturally. Jake clicks her tongue and glances at Yrliet with suspicion. Although there is a grain of sense to her words, I will give her that. If Vistenza is to blame, why haven't you gone to the palace in Giltar already? There is only one crime graver than serving Salanthresh. It is betraying the children of Asuryan for her benefit. Muraran saw the past, he beheld the future. How could he not see the dark stain on its face? How could he fail to do everything in his power to rid the Lelathan of this canker? Yrliet's voice grows angrier, more piercing. Before I rip this poison seed from Lelathan's body, I will make Muraran answer me. Maybe Vistenza is tainted from consorting with the archenemy. We will have to find out for ourselves. Perhaps the signs I uncovered have failed to convince you. I pray to the gods that other proof, something more comprehensible to you, will emerge to sway your opinion. Salanthresh is deceitful and cunning. She subtly penetrates the soul, offering false perfection, luring victims into her web with promises of a wicked ideal. The ruler of the Monkey perhaps does not know that her soul has been corrupted. If we want to meet with the leaders of the uprising, we better keep moving. Lots of loot. Some cargo.
What lies beyond?
Intriguing.
What? I thought she would walk around that.
Maintenance rights on your equipment, although some of your prayers are unfamiliar to me.
They are rites performed by the Imperial Knight pilots of my world. I must commend you on the delicacy with which you expressed your suspicion that I was deviating from dogma.
Lore.
One and it's
The runes form the lines of an ancient Xenos poem that tells of the creation of a Lelathan, of turning a lifeless, dead world into a blooming garden. Shuriken Catapult and Stronghold. Getting all the loot.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
There was a melted gun in the loot pile. I don't know. Ah, you distracted me.
feel nothing.
I don't know if I
Fear
have use for a
nothing.
melted gun right now. Dang it.
The dead know nothing. And
Scorn
neither
the
do the
pain.
living.
My frail organics required it.
My
Do you
frail
think
organics.
My body was suffering. I will mend the thread between body and soul.
Your
guess
assistance
I'm
is
still
much
alive.
appreciated.
Your time has not yet come.
I needed that.
Alright. Athletics.
Another notch.
What? We got injured? And immediately hit a mine. Awesome.
Applaud my brilliance.
The web serves. I will mend the thread between body and soul.
Take my
Your time has not yet come.
gratitude.
Thank you, Shireen.
Lore
Damn
warp.
it.
The plane is covered in
Just
pulsating
bad
purple
luck.
spots that appear to be indications of some unknown disease. Did we get everything up here? I'm not sure if I did. I'm gonna go check this. Did you read the... Let's see. Mike, did you read the latest statement on the Chinese feeds? No.
Keep
I
a
don't
sharp
I don't
eye.
have a link for that.
Shame and dishonor.
That was a 90% chance.
Just as he ordained.
Curiosity.
When it comes to Warhammer games, are they
my
canon in the
I
40k
see
universe?
what others
Yes.
do not. Just as I was
I think it's
taught,
basically that just... It's such an expansive universe
I
that
do what I
they can
must.
basically just like make up new
I
worlds
sense
each
something
time.
nearby.
Just as he ordained.
Operation successful.
Who swears agility by 5 and athletics by 10? Put that on him. Let's go down here. I saw some commanders discussing whether there'd be new maps and new plots when the game is first launched. I'd like to point out here that when the new expansion launched October, there will probably normally be new maps, new plots, and other content updates. The announcement stated that the first major version update of the new DLC will focus on underlying system optimization, long-term function iteration without new maps and plots. Please don't misunderstand. And so that was all in the blog posts that we saw yesterday, Gray Fox. They said at the... You know, there's like the 3-month, 6-month, and 9-month update. They said the 3-month update would not add new maps and story. It would be focused on fixing systems. They did mention that in the English post, too. Ooga boogers!
Welcome his embrace.
These creatures were once so timid and reticent. Could the seed of evil have taken root of them as well?
Aim for the heart next time.
Too bad I never leave that on.
Oh shoot, why is the sniper in the front? I thought Muck was up there, dang it.
This tedium is beneath me. If I must. If it serves your cause. I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
A wicked thought.
I taunted them both.
What if?
Dodge. Parry. God.
A wicked thought.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh, that was scary.
My, it's time for them to run, my sweet. Am I getting paid for this?
Perry.
I understand your intent.
Howdy, sir. Hope all is well. Just dropping Ome Bezos bucks.
If I must.
Hey, Bionic Knight, thank you. Appreciate that. All is well
got a problem?
indeed. Thank you so much.
I've got a prize.
This tedium. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. Fall, creatures! I understand. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Let's see to it.
Trust me. The Shadow's killing brings me no pleasure.
Alright, there we go. Did you see today's teaser? Yes. We're going to get to it in a little bit.
There will
Trap
be no
or
peace
treasure?
in my way.
The Shadows reveal their secrets. The Vizier. Would he be proud? Am I?
My pleasure.
The massive statue depicts one of the gods, the Eldari, an ancient Xenos race that once inhabited vast regions of the galaxy. Alright. I remember this. There's a massive battle up here. Boss fight that is going to take quite a bit of time. So, I think this is a good moment to actually save it and swap over to the news update that we need to do. And we will return to Rogue Trader at this boss fight tomorrow.